engine.
Hi folks, it's Nick here. Now this is an unplanned video. I was feeling a little bit stressed, so I thought I'd boot up a game I really loved back in the day on the PlayStation 3. It's one of the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I'll take out a Bugatti Veyron and drive around the streets like a mad thing on free mode, so it's not any of the races or the challenges, and just try and get it a bit out on my system. So it'll be really dangerous. We'll go on to head-on traffic and we'll just do a bit crazy. That's what gaming's for, isn't it? To relieve stress. And yes, don't do this in the real world if you do own a Bugatti Veyron. Now you might recognise a few of the courses from back in the day, because it's years since I played this, but we'll be going over courses that you try to do and you probably swore going around corners trying to overtake people. But this game is brilliant in the real mode. We might come back to it at some point and play it properly. You can evade the police, put down spike strips, play as the police and all that sort of malarkey. Right, let's go. Good graphics on this. Not great difference between the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 when you're going at speed. Different views, you can move it round the car, but let's just drive as fast as we possibly can. X is nitros if you want to do that. I've forgotten how much fun this game was. One of my favourites of the Need for Speed series is a pretty basic one actually, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 3 on the PlayStation 1, but graphics are really jumped forward here. They're like two different games by criterion of the Burnout series, and it shows. Right, let's go through here. Lots of different shortcuts. It's open world. Yes, here we go. Used to play this online a little bit. I'm not sure the servers are still open. PlayStation 3, are they? But you can pick up some amazing speed on this, and there's some intersections, and you might get unlucky with the traffic. It's the first game I was aware of where, racing wise, we had changing weather conditions, and it does go to night time also. I'm just going to bolt around like a stupid person. Whoa! In free mode like this, the car doesn't take any damage, although you can have some rather elaborate crashes. In the real game, playing it properly, which I'm not doing here, if the car takes too much damage it will brake and it will show dents and all that sort of stuff. Over a bridge, which is a bit like Ridge Racer. Did you have this game back in the day? Let me know. Need for Speed. I love these games. I can't get enough of them. Right, through the woods. I just closed the box there. You probably heard a bit of clicking. Whoops. Now, I remember this. There was a stage like this, which was really tricky of oncoming traffic. You had to beat a few people. But you should never drive this quickly through the woods. This was revolutionary at the time, this one. Really jumped forward. Whoops. Oh dear, that's not clever. There was a shortcut back here. Let's go back here. This is something I'd like to do at some point. Some sort of video where there's about 10 of us actually in the video, all recording it, and then I edit it together. That would be great. That'd be a great fun with lots of different voices on and people who are shouting at each other. But there we go. That's what it could be in the future if I ever get this thing running full time. You can't beat, for stress release, playing racing games like this, no-brainers, and fighting games as well. I find those the best. I find racing games probably the most calming. What's your most calming type of game to play? Probably Tetris or something, is it? Or is it racing as well? So this isn't a review. We might put up more videos a bit like this at this time of day. Star Wars Battlefront, we might zip back into there, or other Need for Speed stuff. It's good just to go for a nice drive, isn't it, sometimes? And they don't come much nicer than this. To be successful in this game, it was all about learning how to... Oh man, that was close. It was all about learning how to drift around the corners. Bit like that, but not really. There were lots of DLCs on this. There's the Porsche pack, which I do have. Maybe we can take out a Porsche after this one. Don't want this to go on for hours, but it might very well do. Can't beat driving around as quick as you can for no reason whatsoever. If I'd seen this in my Spectrum days, I probably would have had a heart attack and died. No, that 10-year-old kid or younger would have been blown away by this. Just like being at the arcades or in the future. Well, it would be like it in the future, wouldn't it? Oops. You can't... I don't think you can fall off mountains on this. We might... Another good game. I think it's the one after this. Need for Speed Most Wanted. I think it was called Most Wanted. We might zip back into that as well. I had that from my PS Vita as well, which I haven't fired up for quite some time. The PS Vita's a bit... Whoa! The PS Vita's a bit of a forgotten handheld, isn't it? Are they still making games for that? Let me know. Sometimes it's good just to admire the scenery. A lot of work has gone into this. Back in the day, like Soccer Touring Cars 2 and stuff, PlayStation 1, you used to see a little bit of pop-up. By this stage, it seems to have gone completely. It's a more immersive experience. Maybe I should have done the proper game. Bit of damage on the car, being chased by the police. That might have been a bit fun. This game, you have to be a bit careful though if you are recording it in that way, because if you show any of the intros, Electronic Arts will they'll claim it for their own work, copyright. I think we're all right in normal driving, but we'll soon find out. There's a lighthouse, which turned out in a lot of ones. I think we might be up into the mountains soon. I think it was this game where it went all snowy at some stage. Need for Speed The Run was always one I planned to get, but I never did get back in the day. And I don't think it was good as the others. I think it was too close into the car. Love the engine sounds of this Bugatti. All the cars handle slightly different. There are lots to choose from. But this is quite nice on the ear, these engine sounds. Whoops, you got that completely wrong, Nick. There's either a weather front coming in, or it's getting a bit late in the day. It is gradually getting darker. When it gets dark, your headlights automatically come on. You can turn them off by pressing the circle, which I'm not going to do because then it'd be pitch black. Whee! So I'm not sure how many miles there are on this game. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. PlayStation 3 this is. But I think I only put up one review of PlayStation 4 Need for Speed, one of the latest ones. I forgot what it's called. But I had a bit of an iffy disc. Sometimes it loaded, sometimes it didn't, sometimes it broke halfway through. I'll have to have another look at that. Graphics again, a bit of that. Birds flying overhead. Oops. Yeah. You can get some cars that go quite slow in this. They're classified into different categories like hyper, sports. There's no tractors in though, like you get on Grand Theft Auto. The mean is to get back into that at some point. That could be a good stress buster. Maybe I should start doing that. What do you think? As well as the reviews, maybe quite in the early hours of the morning, like Friday or Saturday, when a lot of you haven't got work tomorrow, I'll put up a video a bit like this, where it's no nonsense, no complication, we just play it for fun. Well, we play the reviews for fun, but this we just jump in and it's sort of like low brain power stuff. What do you think? Ooh, that was a collision and a half. I'm feeling my stress ease away now, like the bodywork on that car. Shrapnel everywhere. Oops. Yeah, oh man, I'd be dead so many times by now. Does anyone still play this online? PlayStation 3 games? Need for Speed Hot Pursuit? I think technology moves fast, doesn't it really? There's so many, that's the thing, there's so many Need for Speed games that come out. They're quickly forgotten, the ones in the past. Apart from the right retro classic ones. And that's why I really like retro gaming. FIFA comes out every year, so who plays FIFA 12? Who plays FIFA 13? It's unless you got the latest one, it's quite costly to keep up, isn't it? Really. Put some rubber onto the track. Now, do you recognise any of this? I do seem to remember a load of satellite dishes at some point. There is a map that comes with this game. Hopefully I can go past those satellite dishes because that was iconic. And there were some quite cool waterfalls as well somewhere. Woo! Yeah, bit of a speed differential. And that's the best corner I've done so far. So I'm slowly remembering my silky skills. The controls do differ slightly between the Need for Speed games quite often. Not by a great deal. Ooh, slid there. I seem to have got a vague memory of being chased by a police helicopter through here and trying to put a jammer on. It was great fun in playing online, knocking one of your friends into the scenery. That always was pretty good fun. Right. I never completed the whole game though. I haven't platinumed this at all. Right. It does give you a bit of the map there on the left, but not a great deal. Now we're going the wrong way down the road. You do have nitros, and you get extra nitros by doing dangerous driving and stuff. Yeah. Roadblock. So there's a slight car park there. If this was Need for Speed Most Wanted, we could transfer from one car to another. That doesn't happen on this one. Let's see if we can smash these cars up. There's not a soul around. There's no people in this. They're just abandoned cars. That's a good bit of parking by me. I think I've passed my test, have I? Have I not? My headlights are still on. That's quite wasteful. Good AI in this. You will see traffic go past. Am I going to leave a dent on that car? They probably haven't noticed. Do you own a Bugatti Veyron, and do you drive around as stupidly as this? Can you actually fit a nitro to a normal car? Check out the speedometer there, 196. I think this baby's supposed to go up to 220. Oh, 219. What's 228? That must be kilometres an hour, surely. 240. 247. 250. I did get up to 250 briefly. That's quick enough for anyone. Ooh, I thought I could I thought I could fit through there. I forgot how much fun this game was. And this is the bit that's the least fun. You want to play the proper game. I think we might get out this car soon. We might park it up and take one of the Porsches out maybe. But this is probably the best car in the game, the fastest one. There's a Gumper Apollo, I think. And the Zonda, that's quite fast, but I don't think anything's quite as quick as this. Handles like a dream. We're out into the desert. Scenery does change. Oh, look at that low sunset. I do actually feel like I'm driving into the sun. Good stuff. Glad my PlayStation 3 still works. PlayStation 2 it doesn't work. Probably a build-up of dust. I need to take it apart somehow, but I don't know how to do that. Probably need a special screwdriver. Quite often when something goes wrong it is dust, and I can't quite see where I'm going here. Nice solar flare. Camera flare there. Oh, there's the dishes. There's the satellite dishes. Looking for alien life, no doubt. Good luck with that. Oh, keep it on the track. This is exciting online when you're racing 12 other people along a course like this. Insane, in fact. How far can technology go? I think it's was the latest Need for Speed, did that have a VR option? I think Drive Club had an option like that. I mean, this is classic. I do like Drive Club on the PlayStation 4, but I think I prefer this one slightly more. The arcade action. Drive Club needs a bit of brain power. I haven't loaded that for a while. Got the bikes DLC and the cars as well. But I prefer this one to... Whoops. I prefer this one to Need for Speed Most Wanted as well. Did enjoy going out as the cops as well. Some of the missions you could actually chase 5 felons. Had to stop them all. That was heaps of fun. Oops. Now, can we hassle this lorry driver? Hey! Pull over, sir. Where's he gone? He's stopped. Why has he stopped? Has he stopped forever? Let's see if I can knock his lorry over the side. He's got a bit of denting in the car. No, I can't seem to move it. Get moving, sir. Move. Move. You're holding up everyone. Who might turn up. Perhaps I can get round the back and shunt it. This is great driving by me. This car would be completely wrecked. Come on, move. Yeah, we're going past millimetres. It's going to take us ages to get to our destination like this. He's put the handbrake on. Well, I haven't got time for him. I haven't got time for you, sir. Goodbye. Mountains. We're sort of like in Grand Canyon sort of territory. I'm glad we saw the radar dishes. I just need to see the waterfalls now, and then I think my stress will be completely and utterly gone. I need some water to calm me down. It's been a stressful day. Sometimes you get news you don't want, but that's all about being an adult. I don't want to be an adult. I want to be a kid the whole time. Is that possible? Sign me up. I'm sure it must be possible. It's all to do with perspective, isn't it? Right. This is probably why I don't own a high-end sports car. In the future, with virtual reality, it'd be hard to tell the difference between real life and this. So you think you're going to get another life, or the game's going to reset, and then you realise as you're flying through the air, as you've gone through the windscreen, that no, this is reality. You've made a muck up. There we go. But I don't think many of us will have these Veyron things, will we? These Bugattis. Bugatti. Let's call the whole thing off. Did I just go through a stop sign and knock it half a kilometre down the road? I think that's what just happened. I don't know where I'm going. It's just a nice gentle drive with carnage and shrapnel and screeching tyres. No pedestrians about. You won't see any in this game. Not yet anyway. Oh, dearie me. Into that lorry again. I wonder if that's the same person as before. But we don't know. It just puts us back on the road again. We're on the road again. I like the way when you brake that spoiler thing comes back. That is quite cool. And it's almost night time, I think. It's gradually descended upon us. Good ambient sounds as you go slower. It's computing a lot, this game. Especially when you're online, which I'm not at the moment. So no one's going to sneakily get up to me and smash my doors in. I hope. Meow. As you can tell, the game does get a little bit trickier once it's night time. This motorway could be lit a bit better, I think, but it's not like we're in the town. We might just park this up in the middle of the road and check out the Porsche for a little bit. We won't go as long as we did in the Veyron, because I think my stress is pretty much gone. I just want to show you the waterfall, if I can find it. I think it's up the top somewhere, I think. Triangle to do free mode. Maybe I should have done the police car to put my siren on to scare everyone. If I was a policeman, that's what I'd do to get home quicker. We'll try the sports cars, the other end of the spectrum. There's the Porsche Boxster. A few other cars as well. You can buy cars in the store, or at least be able to, and I'd never do that because it gives you enough cars anyway. Unless I was an absolutely super big fan of it. If there was a Formula 1 McLaren car, Ayrton Senna's, I probably would have bought that. Can you imagine that if you're on the motorway and then overtaken by Ayrton Senna's McLaren from the 90s? Right, here we go. Well, this car sounds a little bit rougher. Yeah, it sounds a bit like a Wasp compared to the loveliness of the Veyron. Yeah, I'm not liking the sound of this car. Is this what Porsches sound like? Goes a lot slower than the Veyron, of course, but that should mean that we've got more time, reaction time around the corners. We should be able to slide it a bit more. If it was a race between this and the Veyron, this one would be, well, miles behind. So we're in a different bit of the map at least. This does look like, from memory, waterfall territory. I think we just need to keep following this around. There's the mountains there, which the waterfalls are cast. Oh, there's one in the distance there we can just about see. Are we going to get closer to that? It is getting closer. Check that out. That might be the closest we get to one, actually. There we go. From memory, I seem to remember there are some other ones, wherever they are. But at least we saw one, but it didn't have time to take it in and enjoy ourselves and have a sandwich, did we? I remember this bit of road as a mission. It was quite evil, actually. You didn't have much chance to do stuff if you took a knock. Whoa. It got a bit twisty. There's another waterfall there. Right, good. Lovely. That is great graphics, that is. Oh, look. We might be able to take a look at it. Take a look. Yay. Brilliant. The gameplay is a success. Good stuff. I smashed a Veyron up. We had a look at a waterfall. We drove through the desert past some radar dishes. Looking for alien life, no doubt, or something. Good. It's a bit misty around here, isn't it? We zip into a car park for no reason. Oof. Did this game have jumps? I seem to remember jumps, but I might be getting that mixed up with Need for Speed Most Wanted. I think tomorrow about this time, I think I might jump into Need for Speed Most Wanted again, or I might jump into this again with some different cars. I haven't decided yet. Well, we'll jump into them at some point anyway. I want to show this game a bit more love again, because it is, as I say, it is a big stress buster. Stress busting. This is my favourite view, chase view. I think most people favour this. There's no cockpit view on this one. The other view is bonnet view. Bit harder, that one. What's your favourite view? Do you like the bonnet or do you favour the chase view like me? So it is pure arcade, this. There's no simulation to it whatsoever. It's great they have these free explore modes. Excellent. It's just normal play now, isn't it, really? Back in the day, you'd have to complete a stage to unlock a bit of a map and things like that. Now you can just drive wherever you want. When I think of Test Drive 2, one of my favourite games on the Amiga, that was just stage-based. If I could drive around anywhere like this, lighting is gorgeous on these. At different parts of the day. This looks a bit posh round here. Is this some sort of courtyard? I'm not sure we should be in here, but it's a nice little shortcut, and it's learning where the shortcuts are on free mode, which makes you better in the game. Now you see my nitros there flashing on the speedo. That's how much nitros I've got left, and that will gradually go down. As I say, you gain more by doing close runs against traffic and stuff. Good road holding. I'm getting used to the engine sounds now, so the cars do sound different. This gives you a bit of an extra challenge. As I say, I don't think I would have bought any cars directly from the store at the time, but it might have given you a bit of an edge in certain events. It's a bit annoying if you completed the game all apart from 2 events and you chose all the cars possible and you're still not doing it, and then you think, oh yeah, that car might do it. So for the sake of about £1 or £2 or a couple of dollars, then I can understand why people would want to play it. And it is getting dark now. We're straight into the night time. Time moves fast when I'm playing these games. Day and night cycle like Grand Theft Auto. Haven't played that for a while, need to get back into that too. And I've got Red Dead Redemption, the first one, so that might be good. Going around on a horse, that sounds quite calming, doesn't it, for a bit? In the early hours of the morning or whenever you're watching this. Step on it. I think we've been here before in the Veyron. I seem to remember this bridge. Picking up a little bit of speed now. You can take photos if you want to in the game. Well, you can take, I don't know why you want to, you can take photos of me playing the game now, footage, but that'd be insane. In the game you can actually save photos and put them on your wall in there, on your profile and all that biz. Yeah, I think we'll park it up down here. This looks like a spooky place to rest up for the night. I haven't got a house in this game, so I'm going to have to sleep in my car again. Stress is fully relieved. Fully relieved the stress. What was that? About 20 minutes. So that done the trick. Let's park it down here. Maybe I do some longer ones next time. But that's enough for the time being. It was an unplanned video. Lots of nice lights down here. Yes, good stuff. So, hope you liked having a look at that. If you were stressed, hopefully that beats some stress for you as well. We'll leave this Porsche here for someone to steal. Yeah, I can't take photos when I'm not connected to Autolog. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit PlayStation 3 if you're interested by Criterion. And big videos up tomorrow. And take care of yourself. And I'll see you later on.
And Jenkins.